Hello, welcome to the video. Although the spooky month of the season has already passed, that didn't stop me from fully making this video. I hope you will find it entertaining and informative. In this video, we will discuss different ways and tactics on what we can do to fight and kill the most notorious creatures of the Halloween night. This will include the classic ones like the werewolves, vampires, ghosts, and so on. I will also make another video discussing how to take down one of the most famous monsters of film or other forms of media, like Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, and so on. First, let's start with the simple one, zombies. There are a lot of videos on YouTube on how you can survive and take down a zombie or survive a zombie apocalypse. Usually killing one zombie is quite simple. They're relatively slow and fragile, so almost any tool at your disposal will make a good weapon. Just make sure you strike the head with enough force to crack the skull, and be careful of their deadly bites. Yet when it comes to horde of them, which is the most common scenario, here you have to set a trap to be certain it kills them all, or alternatively escape. If you are forced to fight some along the way, then make sure you're equipped with a firearm, preferably the one that can be used to shoot rapidly or at close range. An example can be an assault rifle or a shotgun. If you don't have the access to these weapons, then you might want to use a melee weapon that can also allow to quickly switch between the targets. Something like a machete or an axe or a sledgehammer. You will also have to be physically fit in order to survive, and have a good cardio to constantly move around and dodge. Next up are werewolves. Unlike the zombie, they very rarely travel in packs compared to normal wolves. But unlike zombies, they are not fragile. They are incredibly strong, fast, vicious, and tough. The only weakness that they have is silver. Now, there are different ways to do it. You either have to find the person who can turn into a werewolf and capture them while making sure they won't escape at night in their beast form, or you will have to go the traditional way and use a silver bullet. It also doesn't necessarily have to be pure silver. Even a small amount can cause immense pain to the beast. Or alternatively, you can use any weapon made out of silver to bypass their magical protection. Just be sure that you will be able to land that shot, since you are fighting a beast that is strong as a bear, if not even stronger. Next up are vampires. Here you're the one to arm yourself with a holy water and some silver bullets, as well as an aspen stake. There is also a theory that vampires can be poisoned by garlic, but considering that they are undead evolved predators, this might not work, so don't risk it. What's bad is that vampires are able to shapeshift, as well as having supernatural speed and strength, and they have also been known to use magic. This will be a hard target to kill, so if possible, be sure that you have several people around you fully armed with the previously mentioned equipment. Aim for the heart if you enter a close range, or if you decide to keep long range, then be sure to shoot them with a silver round. As mentioned before, the round shouldn't be fully made out of silver. In terms of holy water, you just have to make sure that you hit the target. This will greatly damage, or at the very least, weaken the vampire. If you wish to avoid combat, which would be a smart thing to do, you would want to utilize holy water as a trap and focus on it. Alternatively, you can trap the monster outside until the sunrise. This will ensure the kill. UV lights might also come as an assistance. Moving on to ghouls. These are humans who were resurrected after death, but before that, they ate human flesh when they were still alive. In order to kill it, you have to use several options. Exposing them to the sunlight using fire, taking off their head, or using acid. Once again, going into close combat is not the best option, since it has been said that they can easily cut and tear a human being in half with their claws. So once again, setting up a trap or using ranged weapons is the best option. Up next are ghosts. Just like the previous creature, these are also quite dangerous. They may possess a variety of different powers depending on the type and the amount of strong negative emotions they have experienced before death. The most common ones are telekinesis, possession of other people, super strength, super speed, invisibility, and sometimes mimicking the voice of other people. There are also a variety of ways how you can deal with them. If you want a good defense, you may want to use salt. Laying down a line of salt or a circle around you can provide very good protection that will not let them get you. There is also a different offensive way of using salt. You can utilize salt and salty water, or even use holy water as the way to damage the ghost or keep it away at bay. You can also use soul-soaked ropes to fight off the ghost. The other way of how to get rid of a ghost may be through destroying and burning the cursed object the ghost is attached to. Surprisingly, you can also use iron objects to damage the ghost. Shooting them with a gun would most likely be useless, since the bullets are made out of lead and are not iron. If you wish to go the long way and the peaceful one, you may want to put the ghost to rest by resolving its problems. Or you can invite a priest to your house and perform an exorcism. If possible, try to invite angels to your house. They will most likely encourage the ghost to go into the afterlife. As you can see, there are quite a lot of ways to deal with the ghost. Once again, be careful of their deadly abilities. Finally, we end with witches. They are not so different from other normal humans, yet they possess magical capabilities and witchcraft. But there is no particular weakness that the witches possess. Historically and in folklore, they were either beheaded, strangled, or burned on a stake. Yet you still have to be careful and not treat them as human beings. Be ready for anything unexpected. Besides, it is better for you to be sure that witch doesn't know you, since one of the most iconic spells are curses. It can be achieved in a variety of ways that often include the person's identity. It can be a person's hair, blood, photo, name, and etc. that can be used in order to perform these curses. So be sure that if you encounter one and you are sure that it is a witch, be the first one who catches it off guard. It may be an ambush or simply an unexpected attack. Since their anatomy is no different to that of a normal human, then you may want to aim for the head, throat, or the heart. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to share it with your friends. Stay strong.